Hey dear viewer, let me start off by giving you the current statistics. I have killed Araxxi 1301 times officially. Officially I say, because those kills do not include the kills I got while under the Majorod Berserker effect. In that 1301 kill count, I didn't get any pet yet, nor have I been able to complete that full Noxious set. And it's that Noxious set that I'm currently pursuing. To end my pursuit, I need one more item, and that's the item I'd like to call Mr Pointy. Also, to keep me from losing my mind, I'm trying to beat Eigenspace's longest Noxious set record. And in order to do that, I need 816 additional kills. But there's one more statistic. Currently, I'm at 7 days without dying at the Araxyte hive. One more day and I'm back to my previous record. But before trying to make progress at Araxxi, let's first do some Durzag. Okay, so this Mad Root is hitting me for 5k. And in the very first clip of this episode, I die. This is going to be fun. But I did learn something from this. And that is to turn on melee prayers when I see an Erut walking towards me. And of course I should heal up more. But what's even worse is that I didn't get to see the boss. Well, at least I can't die to jihadi pigs here. So I'm trying this again, obviously with a different team. Because the team that I was with earlier actually got the kill. And of course I was the laughingstock there. Stupid Erut. And I have to admit that I had to AFK for a bit during this kill. So shh, don't tell my teammates. But hey, Durzag died anyway, so I guess I can be forgiven. Now for the loot, and for once it actually looks terrible. So I'll be glad to reroll this one. And the streak has broken. I finally reroll from water to wine. It's as if Jesus was at work here. Well, maybe this isn't the greatest reference that I just made. Because I actually prefer water over wine. And yeah, that's why I don't go to church on Sunday. Well, amongst other reasons. Back to Araxxi now. And again a pheromone. You know what, Jaggis, just stop it. This is getting annoying. Seriously, less pheromones please, more Mr Pointy. Come on, we pay, we say. Okay, it actually is a good drop and I'm happy with it. But seriously, since the last exclusive that I got, you know, other than a pheromone, which by the way was a spider-leg top, this is now my 7th consecutive pheromone. Honestly, I'd like some variation, but I wouldn't like variation in form of a dry streak. So let me just put that out there first. Because if I do get a dry streak, then people could say, MM9, but you wanted variation, well now you have it. So yeah, anything but a dry streak. And besides that pheromone, I also got another Triskelion fragment. But when it comes to common drops, there's nothing much to say really. Well, I guess those runite ores are nice. But for the rest, meh. And this is from 11 kills. So this episode starts death-free as well. And that makes 8 days without dying at the Araxyte hive. So I've caught up with my previous record again. That means if I don't die tomorrow, I beat it. So let's go. Yesterday a pheromone. Today a pheromone. I'm starting to guess that a pheromone a day keeps Mr Pointy away. No, I'm seriously starting to think this. And after being exposed to all those pheromones, this is what I'm starting to see at the Araxyte hive now. So today I got 12 kills, and just like yesterday the common drops aren't that impressive. This time I did get some Serenix kills though. But what makes this day better than yesterday? That is that Triskelion fragment. And also I got another effigy. I feel like I'm getting those more frequently. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to seeing those effigies. Well, not a lot anyway. And of course the best thing on this drop list is that pheromone, which you already saw. Finally, a new record! 9 days without dying at the Araxyte hive. So tomorrow I should reach those double digits. Well, that's assuming if Araxxor or Araxxi don't kill me first. And this elite clue was brought to me by the Dwarven Instinct aura. Let's immediately loot the caskets. 3 items of little significance, yet still a 210k reward? Well, I'm quite surprised by that actually. Then again, I did get mahogany logs. those are actually somewhat significant. Well, they'll make great supplies for that daily challenge. So 2 episodes ago I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but here it is. Level 120 magic. Now I may sound a bit negative about it, but I'm actually not at all. Magic is a skill that's very dear to me. And you know, that's all because of the way I got 99. I just kinda hoped I would have gotten Mr. Pointy before reaching this milestone. That's where the negativity comes from. I'm sure you can all understand that. So, as I was saying, magic is a special skill to me. But if I'm completely honest, getting level 120 didn't feel that magical to me. I guess it's because level 120 is purely cosmetic, and getting it was actually no goal of mine at all. That means I've never worked towards 120 magic, which is why it doesn't hold a lot of value to me. Anyway, 120 magic may be purely cosmetic, but I got to say it's one of the best cosmetics out there. Last kill was the one I got 120 magic on, and this kill I get another pheromone. Man, yesterday I laughed with this situation by saying a pheromone a day keeps Mr. Pointy away. Well, I guess the game must have heard me and took it seriously. Either that, or it's just pure magic. But seriously, 1 pheromone a day for 3 days in a row, I don't really know how I should feel about this. Well guys, as you can already tell, the abysmal minion path is open again. So, that's why I only killed Araxxi 5 times. But with Onyx Bolts and of course the exclusive that you've seen before, I can't really complain about the drops. And to put the sparkle on my magic cape, this is also the 3rd Triskelion fragment. That means I get to claim some additional rewards. A druidic piece would be a really nice rabbit out of the hat. And what a rabbit that would be. I imagine a very fat one with a golden fur. Let's finally go buy that magic master cape. That lovely, lovely magic master cape. Just look at it. Isn't blue an awesome color? If only that white was black though, then it would be the greatest cape of all. Black and blue, that's the nicest color combination there is. Okay, I may be a little biased about that, but it certainly beats purple and white, yeah? I've been saving some of those nice trade goods from ports, and some of them are nearly at their cap. So let's go make some stuff and gain some crafting XP. And what exactly I'm making are Death Lotus chest plates, Reefwalker capes, and Leviathan rings. In total that's over 120k crafting XP. And then of course there's also that lovely value of these items. Over 6 million GP. And all it requires is 5 minutes a day. Double digits! Double digits guys! Not Araxxor nor Araxxi have been able to kill me in 10 days. I feel pretty good about that. So, what should my next goal be in this, guys? Now, let's check the first part of the additional Araxxi loot. Adamant ore and coal. That could have been worse, so I'm pretty pleased. Now for the second and final part. Are you kidding me? RNG doesn't even have the decency to generate me a reward greater than 100k. Well, I can shove that dragon helm right where the bots don't even dare to go. All that eating I had to do here. Yeah, this kill wasn't the greatest again. And now you know why I'm fishing so much. And there's some cool stuff in that reward, but not cool enough for me to keep, so let's reroll this. Raw rocktails! Those will compensate for my food loss. And some room plates too. Yeah, I think this is a good reroll. Well, no 4th day in a row where I get a pheromone. But could I really expect one when I've only killed Araxxi 4 times? And actually, it surprised me that I got so few kills. But honestly, I don't really mind on this rotation. Well, I did get some Serenic kills and uncut onyxes, so I can't really complain with that loot and just that amount of kills. And so it is that I've survived 11 days at the Araxyte hive. Now, let's check out the reward from the Skeletal Horror's Elite Clue. Okay, I get a sub 200k reward, but no matter, I'll counter that with a reroll. And it turns into a more than 460k reward. Isn't that a great reroll? For this one I bow to Saradomin. So after getting that Saradomin bow, I now have all the god bows. And I didn't expect that. I thought at least one would be missing, but I guess I was wrong, which is great. Well, in this occasion. But yeah, my elite treasure trail collection is looking pretty good, I'd say. All the easy to find exclusives are now in my possession. Filling up the other slots, that's going to be a little more difficult. Well, I could fill up that Fury slot already, but I don't really want to waste an Onyx for that. Whoa, look at this! It's an exclusive, and it's not a pheromone. I never thought I'd see this day anytime soon. So there's once again hope to find Mr. Pointy. And you know what? I'm gonna call it. The next exclusive that I'll get will be Mr. Pointy, but if that turns out to be wrong, don't expect me to do anything crazy. It'll hurt bad enough by not getting Mr. Pointy. I don't need to be punished more. And the death count for today is 6. Fortunately not my death count, but obviously the one of Araxxi. And that the drops are more than satisfactory, that you've already seen. On top of that I got some Serenic scales too, so today is definitely a great day. With that spider leg top that I got earlier, I now have 3 of them. And I have 0 and 1 amount of middle and top parts respectively. So you can already see that there's a significant number difference between the type of parts. Therefore I think it's not a good idea to take the minion path until that number is more evened out. So from now on I'll be choosing either the shadow path or the acid path. And since the amount of middle legs is the lowest, I'll prioritize the acid path. However, if taking the shadow path or the acid path proves to be too difficult when the minion path is open as well, then I'll decide to take breaks of 8 days. So whenever the minion path is open, I won't be fighting Araxxi. The Araxytes haven't been able to kill me for a dozen days now. I still have that aquarium clue left to show you guys, so let's get that out of the way. Runite bars, mahogany logs and lantadime seeds. Those aren't the most terrible of things, but it could have been better. This skill is another one of those where nothing interesting happens, and you can consider that to be a good thing for 90% of the time. So let's get straight into the rewards. Not the greatest, so let's reroll. And the loot got even worse. Let's just quickly move on from this. I've kept word and I've been starting at the shadow path. And since I'm not very used to this, I thought I would start slowly. So I only did 3 kills. They went without much problem, so I'll definitely do more tomorrow. Yeah, with 3 kills you can't expect much loot and, well, my low expectations were met. Just 3 Araxxi kills. It would have been shameful if she got the best of me. And she didn't. So that's 13 days without dying. And I really hope that the counter doesn't end at this unlucky number. Instead of the shadow path that I took yesterday, I took the acid path today. Well, obviously because the shadow path wasn't available. Anyway, the amount of kills went up from 3 to 5. I kind of expected to do more in one yag though, but I guess not. I'll just blame that entirely on the minions in path 3. They're probably the ones keeping Mr. Pointy away from me too. And instead of giving me what I want today, they tried to satisfy me with Serenic scales. I bet they learned all those tactics from Ali Marisani, or however you pronounce that Caridian hustler. And I can happily end this episode stating that I didn't die to Araxxi or Araxxor in a fortnight. When you're seeing the next episode, Telos will have been released. For those who may not know it yet, Telos will be the newest solo boss. And I have a bit of rant about that already. See, Telos rewards us with tier 92 two-handed weapons. And that means that only the Noxious Scythe will be better than the Zaru's Godsword, but only in certain instances. So the Noxious Longbow and the Noxious Staff won't be the best in slot anymore. But what pisses me off a lot is that the Noxious Scythe is the only Noxious weapon that I don't have. Anyway, getting that scythe is still my main goal and I'll continue going for that. Whether I'll end up going for T92 equipment, I don't know yet. Currently I'm leaning more towards starting my 99 crafting goal, because I feel like it's about time. I've also been doing PVM for a long time and neglected skilling, so it'll be nice to change that up a bit. So, will I be able to kill Telos with my Noxious Scythe? You'll see that in the next episode. I want to thank you all for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.